holding on. You can't really know what letting go is if you don't know what holding on is. Um, and so, of course, like those are sort of two extremes, or a dichotomy, or a duality, let's say. But there's also, of course, the middle ground, the middle way, which is dancing or holding something loosely. And that's part of this concept of letting go too, which is, maybe you hold an idea or a way of doing something. Maybe you don't fully control it and squeeze the life out of it, and maybe you don't totally let it go. Maybe you dance with it a little bit. Um maybe you have some kind of way of interacting with the project that's loose. And okay, what's an example? That sounds great, Kate, but what's an example of that? A good example of that could be, uh I mean, in the songwriting context, a good example of that would be, I write a song, you know, I probably have a lot of judgments about that song right away. In the moment I write it, I could think, I'm gonna think whatever I think. Now, one option is to really hold on to it and, fix every problem and go after it and try to really, make it this thing that I think it should be. That's like one extreme, the holding on, controlling it extreme. And the other extreme would be like, well, I wrote it, whatever came out, that was it. C'est la vie. That's the other extreme, right? Well, maybe there's a middle way, and the middle way could be something I like to do a lot in songwriting, which is, let me put this away for a while. Let me put it on a shelf for a week, a month, a year, 2 years, and then let me come back to it and see what this thing is. And maybe then I will control little bits of it, and maybe I'll let little bits of it go. But there's a way in which, that's kind of a dance. I'm neither letting it go, I'm neither holding on, and I'm neither totally letting it go. I'm using time to my advantage there, and being sort of playful. This happens a lot in songwriting or any kind of collaborative art form, I think, too. Like anybody who does any dance, or who's collaborating with something on a piece, someone on a piece of writing or something, that there has to be this give and take, right? You can't totally, if it's going to have your name on it, you can't totally be like, okay, whatever you want to do, but you can't totally control it and clamp down on every decision that your co-writer or that your collaborator makes, because then it'll be no fun. Then why do you have a collaborator? So that's a perfect example of that in between dance, somewhere between holding on and letting go. And this is definitely a strategy you can try with your creative projects. You can try with your things that you're building in your life. This is a strategy. What are your polarities? What's totally controlling this look like? What's totally letting it go look like? And what's the middle look like? And then choose.